Hello, and thank you for joining me. This is Mark McKenna with Realtor Executives. I'm here to give you the market update here for March 2023. There's a lot of stuff kind of going on here. We're going to be coming up to our buying season. That's our peak buyer demand. That starts right around May 1st or so. And so we'll start to see what happens at that point. Actually, I want to kind of focus on this chart that I have here, which kind of explains a lot of things which has been going on, and what we could anticipate kind of going forward for the next 2 to 3 months here at least. So this chart right here is the average price per square foot per listing. So our peak demand, okay, which we were talking about, which was last year right around this time, was the highest we've ever been, which is about $400 per square foot is where it kind of capped out at. So then, if you can note, that's that big line right there, okay, and then it kind of trails down, and you can see it kind of go down. Who's my hand around? This is crazy. And when it starts, got real low here, right around November or so. That was pretty much the lowest there in December. What was happening there is that we had these huge rate increases. Remember, when this was up here, it was low rates. So people were buying homes, and we had a lot of generational type of things happening where you had the grandparents buying homes, or not homes, but they were buying down the down payment basically for the grandchildren. And so they were lowering the loan amount in that particular case, because the rates were like practically free money. It was like 3.5% or so. Well, when the rates started going up, then the average price per square foot went down. And if you bought in December or so, you were right at the bottom. You got a great deal. So that's what happened there. So since then, okay, we're looking at this. If you can see it there, it's the purple line, which just kind of goes just to right there, because that's where we are right now. So in January, we were about $330 per square foot on the average, okay? Now we're up to $359. So we are increasing just like we would expect to do here in the seasonal type of behavior, which is going on. Now, so then what's going to happen here next is that we're going to go into our peak buying season. Our rates are still going up, but the buyers and sellers are kind of have a little bit of an understanding kind of what's going on there, because the sellers are willing to give contributions to the buyers' closing costs to help buy down the rate. So that's making things a little bit more affordable for these buyers. But another thing that's happening here too, which is kind of stagnating the market a little bit, is that the down payment assistance programs have pretty much gone away. So unless you have like $20,000, to hang around, you can put into a house, fine, fantastic, you could do that. Okay, but if you don't, you're going to be waiting around for a little bit and everything else. And that also plays into the rental rates and kind of what's kind of going on there. Well, our vacancy rate right now is at, I think it was at 6.2%, which is low. Okay, and which is keeping the rates, for rent high, and because there's a high demand. Now, another thing here to kind of keep in mind, in the back of your mind, is that when we had our financial crisis, back in 2006 or so, we had about 1 million less people here in the valley. So now we have more people coming in. Oh, hold on a second. Technical difficulties here. Hold on a second. There we go. Back there. Okay, so that's what's kind of going on here. There's more people here, so a higher demand there for rent. And then once things become a little bit more affordable, where they bring back some of these loan programs that I think will be bringing in buyers into the buyer market versus rental markets, then we'll start to see more activity kind of go on here. Now, inventory levels are very low right now. Meaning about 13,000 homes on the market. That's low. We should be over 18, 20,000 homes on the market or so. So that's going to keep prices up. And just basic supply and demand. Now, if it's going to go beyond that with the rates and everything else, there's going to be some certainly some tension, on how high up this 359 per square foot goes from there. But we are going into our peak season, and you can see we're getting more of a seasonal type of drop here. So basically around August, September, after that, buyers, man, you're going to, if you need to buy then, sellers are going to be pretty anxious to kind of do business with you. And the prices typically will start to settle down a little bit there. Activity seems to be still pretty steady on that part. But also, too, another important thing that this graph points out. So this here, the blue one, the top one, that's 2022. This, the red one here, that's 2021. And of course, this one here, the short one, is 2023. This is 2020 and 2019. Okay, so people are thinking, oh, well, hey, listen, I want to get in the market. I want to buy one that was back down in 2019. You know how far off we have to go here? That's like, California just decided to crash into the ocean or something like that, and values just plummet. That's not going to be the case here, folks. So it is a good time to buy. If you're a buyer, it's a fantastic time to buy. Sellers still get it that they're going to have to go ahead and, contribute towards buyers' closing costs. But that will start to diminish slightly for sure when buyer demand goes up, which is our peak season, which starts around May and goes through the summer months. So you have to keep that in mind. So if you're a buyer, my recommendation is get locked and loaded with your lender. Make sure you're fully pre-qualified. Get with your agent and get out there now. Okay, because inventory is very slow and it's slow going on the market. And so it's going to take longer to find those homes. So normally we'd have like 15 homes to take a look at. Well, it's taken longer for those 15 homes to come on the market. So you have to prepare for that. If you're a seller, thing is get your house ready because the top homes are selling and you are in a seller's market. It is what it is. So, as far as that goes, there's a whole bunch of stuff kind of going on. But like I said, this particular graph here really kind of, tells it the way it is. Again, for sellers, it's taken about, 4 or 5 months or so to kind of get your house sold on the market. And if that's the case, well, you better get it on now because you know how it looks like it's kind of tailing off here after the buyer peaks, time happens. So you want to make sure that you hit that particular market. So don't be waiting, and thinking, oh, maybe I should. I don't know. I'm taking 12 years or to get my house ready. Don't do that. Get it ready now and put it on the market now. That would be important. Until next month, you guys have a great time and enjoy the days in between then. Take care. Bye.